were generous enough to let us tape here. We've brought over 100 of those books to give you guys for free, so that's first come, first serve. But bigger gift than that, as of today, it's about the biggest gift I could give you. I have literally thousands of people who are praying for you. I have high schools in Washington and Oregon. I have 550 high school students at Marian Catholic High School down in San Diego praying for you. I have about 50 friends back home who are praying for you. I wrote a letter to 100 convents of nuns. That's like the ammo of the church right there. They are praying for you. I had lunch with A.C. Green this last week. He's the guy who played for the Lakers, practiced abstinence until marriage, and he has agreed to be praying for you guys. One better, I sent a letter to the Pope. The Pope has all these nuns that answer his mail. It's sort of like the elves at the North Pole. It's the same concept. I wrote a letter. I said, dear nuns, I heard you get the Pope's mail. I said, I heard that if you get a really important prayer request, you'll give it to the Holy Father and he'll hook us up with some prayers. So dig this. Wrote a letter. Came back and said, Dear Mr. Everett, we received confirmation through the Vatican that His Holiness Pope John Paul II is specifically praying for the young people that you speak to on chastity, that you're receiving the fruits of the prayers of that living saint. And all I would ask in return is a couple things. Number one, who do I want you guys to be praying for? Every high school, college student who's ever going to watch this video in those cameras, I beg this high school, and I've already asked those thousands of people to be praying for the people who will see those videos. And I ask the people who are sitting in your high school classrooms right now, your CCD classes watching this video, I want you to pray for all the other students who are watching it. Who knows? Your future bride, your future groom might be seeing the video someday. You never know what lifestyle they're in. I know a girl who's 14 years old, fell out of bed and freaked out. And she's like, I have to pray for my future husband. She's like 14 years old. Gets next to her bed, prayed for her future husband, yada, 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 went to bed. 10 years later, she met this guy. They fell in love. They got married. And she said, honey, I prayed for you one night when I was 14. And he's like, cool, thanks. She's like, So she goes to her diary, pulls it out, says, look, there it is, the middle of the night I prayed for you. And he said, I used to have a journal back then. Let me see what I was doing. Opens his journal up, dusts it off. He starts flipping through, and he goes, I know that was the time of the year that I was in the war, because he was a veteran. Started flipping through, found the exact night, and then he falls silent. And she said, honey, what does it say? And he said, honey, the night that you prayed for me was the night when the enemy troops came across our lines. They slaughtered almost every man in my platoon, and they spared me. So, thanks for your prayers. Prayers are good. Prayers are good. So I would beg your prayers, not only for all the students who see this, but actually also for Crystalline and I in our marriage, which is coming up. We ask your prayers for that as well. And the last thing, thank you very much. But now, the last thing, one of the last things we want to leave with you guys is we're going to offer your school something called the Pure Love Club. It's chastity. It's not like an abstinence bereavement group. You like get together at lunch and you're like, did you have sex? No. Do you have sex? No. Let's hug. This is basically, we're raising up an army around the country of people who are spreading this message through their schools, and we'll leave the guidelines of this club with the club at your school. And if you're watching the video, you can go to our website and find the guidelines for the club there. Questions and all the materials and stuff that we gave out are going to be there on that website also. Now, we've been able to explain certain things today, but the one thing I know we can't explain to you honestly is the peace and the joy that come from chastity. It's worth more than all the pleasures of the world. And when you bring the gift of purity into a relationship, you bring Christ into the relationship, and there's so much peace, and that purity will be your super glue. You will have romance without regret, and you can fall in love for the right reasons. If there is only 60 seconds I have to speak to you today, this is the only thing I would even bother telling you. That if after this talk, your heart is a little heavy, you've got some thinking to do, all you have to know is one thing, and that is how God looks at you for doing that stuff. And this is how God sees you. A dad a few years ago dropped his son off at preschool in Armenia. He said, I love you, Armando. I'll pick you up after school. Promise to get you. Kisses his son. He goes, promise come get you, bud. Dad drove to work. Huge earthquake struck Armenia, and the dad shoots the car back to the school, but it was too late. School's collapsed. The faculty was dead, and the dad shows up, and he goes, I know my son is in the east corner of that school. And Dad starts tearing off the rocks and the glass and the metal. And he dug for an hour. He dug for 5 hours. He dug for 10 hours. His knuckles were bleeding open. His back was cramped up. He dug for 20 hours through the night. And he said later, all I was thinking of when I dug for my son was the promise I always made to him. Armand, no matter what happens, I'm always going to be there for you. Digs 30 hours, nothing. 38 hours later, he shoves a boulder off, and under it is the face of his son. And he looks down upon his son, and then his son looks up to him, and his son says, Papa. His son turns to 14 kids trapped alive with him and said, see, I told you my daddy was coming to get me. I told you he promised. that is the love of the Heavenly Father, and all he says today is welcome home. You guys have been an awesome audience. We love you very much. Have a wonderful life. Thank you.
I, Jason,
take you, Kristalina, to be my wife. I promise to be true to you. In good times. And in bad. In sickness. And in health. I will love you. And honor you. All the days of my life. And you repeat after me, Kristalina. I, Kristalina, take you, Jason, to be my husband. I promise to be true to you. In good times. And in bad. In sickness. And in health. I will love you. And honor you. All the days of my life.
Wind it up. Take your feathers.
We hope you got a lot out of the talk, and we wanted to invite you to check out our website at www.pureloveclub.com. If you have questions about any of the statistics I provided during the talk, or about alternatives to the pill and its link to breast cancer, the answers are on this site.
It also has a question and answer library that answers the most common questions teens have on dating, relationships, sexual purity, and even STDs. If you're interested in starting up a Pure Love Club at your school, you'll also find the information you need on that as well.
During our presentation, I passed out some books and commitment cards to the students, and if you'd be interested in getting those, just visit the online store at pureloveclub.com.
Finally, if you'd like to have Jason and I come and speak at your school, parish, or conference, call Catholic Answers at 619-387-7200. A public school version of our talk is available in case your high school isn't Catholic. For more information, visit our website. If you'd enjoyed our presentation of Romance Without Regret, please consider helping us in our work, including our project to distribute this video to every high school in North America. If you're able to make a donation, please call 619-387-7200.
Again, we wish you all the best, and we want to assure you of our prayers. Please keep us in your prayers as well, and never forget that you're all